guys, it's your girl CurlyBae and I'm back at you again with yet another video. If this is your first time coming to my channel, make sure you go ahead and click the like button as well as subscribe and hit that notification bell while you're at it so you can get notifications whenever I post a new video, which is normally on Fridays. And if you watched any of my videos before, welcome back. Now today I am not doing your ordinary type of video. As you can see from the title, I almost died, so I'm grateful to be here today. And I'm gonna tell you the story. I normally don't do story times, but if you like this story, let me know down below. Maybe I might do some more in the future. This actually happened today. I had to actually just kind of like throw on some bum ass makeup and sit down and film this video because this story is insane, okay? Now, as you can see from the title, I almost got eaten by a gator. Almost died by the mouth of a gator thanks to my friend, and it's so surreal to me. I feel like I am traumatized. I've never gotten that close to a gator before. So, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Let go. Alright, so we'll start with me inviting my friends and my son to Wekiva Springs. I live in Florida. It's not too far of a drive from where I live, but you know, I went to go pick him up so we could all be in one car. And we drove to Wekiva Springs. Me and my friend Nini, we actually, we've been friends for years. Me and her have a love-hate relationship, but I love this girl to the ground, the most, you know, one of my most realest friends. And she invited her friend, which is not my friend, because he's awesome, he's fabulous, Devante, and we were there doing like photo shoots and stuff, thinking we would fly. Check out my Instagram, you'll see my bomb ass picture. Yeah, so we got there and we decided we were gonna do canoeing. Now I was the only one out of our group that's been canoeing, so we got to the rental and realized that only 3 people could fit in the boat, even if it's a kid. Only 3 people. There were 4 of us, so one person couldn't just go in a canoe by themselves. I couldn't just be in a boat with just my son because then he wouldn't be able to row, he's too little. And we just kind of figured, well, if we have 2 hours to go canoeing, then why not 2 people and the child go, and then 2 people go afterwards. So the first group was me, Devante, and my son Jeremy. And we got in the canoe, and when we got in the canoe, we saw this huge ass bug. It was the size of my hand. It was this big. It looked like a tarantula, but I don't know, it looked like a mix between a cricket, grasshopper, and a spider. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It was black and it had orange spots. If you guys know what the hell that is, please comment down below and let me know, because that thing was so freaky looking. And Florida has the weirdest bugs. I believe they just have like a laboratory where they just, you know, create mysterious bugs, because I've never seen that bug ever in life, and it was huge. That thing should be paying rent, okay? So, or at least going half on the canoe. So we finally like pushed off, and I was in the front. He was getting the hang of it. We were like, we were so good. We was gonna end up in the Olympics. We was passing people. I was like, hell yeah, Devante, what's up? Well, we got this. My son was enjoying it, and then we saw 2 gators. Well, you know, it's expected. You know, they told us not to feed the gators, don't mess with the gators. But they were off on the side doing the little thing, just in the water, just chilling. And they weren't too big, but they weren't too small either. They were like about, I would say about 5-6 feet. I was like, dang, I don't want to get close to that. So we noticed that the gators were off like closer to the trees, just kind of like chilling out, laying out in the sun, or they were kind of like in the mossy area, kind of hidden, like camouflaging with the mossy was like the mossy color. It was like a light greenish color. So I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but it laid on top of the water, and then you could see like the black I don't know what you call it, the black lumps off of the alligator sticking out of the water. So I was like, damn. So I know not to go over there because they camouflage in that thing, and if you get stuck over there, they will tip your boat over. So we kept going, and then we heard some screaming. So we were like, what the hell is going on? So there was a group of people like, hey, there's more gators, we're surrounded, you guys turn around. So you ain't gotta tell us twice. We took our black asses on out, cause we damn sure wasn't about to get eaten by no goddamn gators. So we headed out, and man, let me tell you that it was so smooth. I feel like we were out there for at least 45 minutes, and it was, you know, it was no problems. So then I went back out, and you know, my son said he didn't want to go again. Well, Devonta decided he was going to take my son to the park. He was like, girl, you go ahead. You know, I was like, you sure? You sure you don't want to do this again? He's like, no, I'm good, I'm tired. I was like, okay. So I got in the boat with Nene. Nene got in the back of the boat, and I got in the front. So we started going out, and we weren't going, I know, like, we had to get the hang of things, but then we started arguing. I'm like, girl, you have to actually like put some muscle into it. You can't just, you know, like paddle. It's not like the movies. And she was like, no, you have to stick it out further so you can move and you can have momentum. I'm like, no, if I am pushing hard, you have to push just as hard on the other side so we can both go fast together. That's how physics work. Who was the one that's been canoeing more than once? Have you ever been canoeing? No. No, girl, you never been. We were arguing, and then the boat's turning in circles. We're not going no damn where. We're still in the open area. We still haven't made it to the creek yet. And I'm just like, damn, like, come on, let's go. Like, I want you to see this. So now we're going, and we started bumping into people. Like, sorry. And we kept like arguing. And by the time I looked up, there was a branch coming straight for my face. And as I looked up, the fucking cricket is right on that leaf that's coming towards my face. And I was like, oh my god, no, this is not happening. And my hair was out like this, and I felt the leaves started like grabbing onto my hair. The first thing, my only instinct, the only thing I could have done was lay the fuck back. I was screaming the whole way, and she's like, girl, what's wrong? What's wrong?
No, get up. No, get up.
And she was like, what is wrong with you?
It was a gigantic cricket monster bug thing.
And she was like, girl, it's not that serious. I'm like, let's just get out of here. But when we tried to leave, that's when I realized that I was missing my oar. Yep. I was missing my oar. I dropped my oar in the water where the gators were.
Oh, Daniel, baby, what is it doing, Daniel, baby?
Yes, exactly. So she tried to get me to put my hand in the water. I was like, fuck that shit. You need to pull that shit back over here where the gators are not, so that I could get my paddle. So we were asking passerbyers to help us get the paddle, but they was like, nope, you got it. You got it, girl. You got it. Go you. And I'm just like, no. I was panicking. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I started hyperventilating. I could feel my chest getting tight. I was like, no, I'm not putting my hand in that water. Like, having a fear of gators is not an uncommon thing. Like, I don't want to get eaten. I don't want to lose a limb. Like, bitch, is you crazy? Like, you put your hand in the water. It's your fault that we're in here. I just remembered that we were in an area where I couldn't see any, like, I could see the bottom of the water, and I was able to grab the oar, and I was like, yes, we made it. So now it was time to get out of the tree area, and I started rowing backwards so we can reverse. And I'm like, why are we still here? Like, I feel like I was rowing for like 2 minutes, and I was just like, but we're not moving. Are we stuck? Like, and I'm looking and we're not stuck on anything. She was rowing forward. So, oh my god. She lucky. I love her. This girl was rowing forward and I'm rowing backwards, so we wasn't going no goddamn where. And I was like, you're supposed to go backwards. Like, what are you doing? And she was like, no, you're not supposed to. I was like, why you think we're not going nowhere? Because we stuck on a log. There's no logs, Nene. It's you. We need to get out of this damn tree. There's spiders, there's snakes, and there's gators. Like, let's get out of this damn tree. We ended up like turning around in circles for so long, but we still could not reverse. And people were asking if we needed help. And she was like, no, we're good, bitch. No, we're not good. We're about to die. We finally got a plan to like get out of the water. We're still struggling or whatever. So now we're struggling to get out. And then we actually really did get caught up on a log. We're not moving. We're literally not moving. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting tired. My body is sweaty. You know, I already like had a panic attack. My chest is getting tight. I legit started to feel claustrophobic. And I was just like crying like on the inside. I was like, dear God, like please get us out of this place. And I just want to see land again. Then that's when I saw it. I rode my oar like one good time and there was this big black thing coming out of the water. And I freaked out and I was like, oh my God. So then when I kind of laid back, I noticed that it was some algae on my oar. So I was like, oh, okay, so let me just shake it off. But when I shook it off, that's when I saw it. Me and the gator locked eyes. And it lunged forward towards our boat. And our boat started to shake. And I just screamed. And I laid back like this. I was like, Jesus, no, God. This gator just attacked us. This gator just lunged towards us. And we are in this small little boat that it can easily tip over in water that we can't see in. I was so scared, and the only thing I could think of is, oh my God, what's gonna happen to Jeremy? And I was like, we're not gonna make it back. You know, I was like, this is crazy. My friend is like, calm down. I'm thinking she saw the gator. You know, like I'm thinking she saw the gator because there's no way that you could not see that gator. And you know what? After doing some research, I realized that gators don't float like they show you in the movies. They stand on their two flipping legs. That's a human, okay? You stand on your two freaking legs, you're a fucking human. The way it lunged at us, I was like, oh hell no. Like, man, I started crying. I felt like I was on, you know, I felt like I was in a bad dream. But no, this was real life. A real life freaking gator with eyes and teeth and this bitch in the back of the boat, like, calm down. I'm like, no, do you not see the gator? Like, the gator is tilting our boat over. Like, water was getting into our boat. I started praying. I
was like, oh my God, dear God, if I ever make it out alive, I'll go to church. I'll never have sex again until I get married. I promise you to God, I'm going to find the right man. I will wait for him.
Like, please, just make me get out of here alive, please. And then this bitch decides to just say, you know what, let's switch sides. And I was like, nope, we're not switching sides. We can't stand up in the boat. She was like, yes, let's do it. You can do it. I was like, no, you cannot stand up in a boat. If you get up, you're gonna tilt the boat over. And we are surrounded by gators. She's like, no, it's gonna be fine. The boat's not gonna. I was like, it's pure physics. Obviously, you didn't study it. We couldn't come to an agreement. In my head, I'm just praying to God, like, please, God, don't let her do something stupid. Please don't let the boat tilt over. And I could see the top of the alligator's head. Now, mind you, this is our boat. And it's like touching on the gator. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, you don't see this gator like right here on the front of the boat. So she's like, no girl, that's a log. And I'm like, I was like, you know what, I don't even have the strength, I don't have the energy. Like, I'm honestly, like, I'm starting to hyperventilate. And I just got to the point where I couldn't breathe. I didn't have my inhaler. And I was like, look how I'm gonna get an asthma attack before we even get eaten by the gator. It's just gonna be perfect. All of a sudden, God answered our prayers. Well, my prayers. This boat of fine ass Jamaicans pulled up next to us and was like, ladies, you need some help? Why yes, sir, we actually do need some help. How can you help us? So then he was like, I'll hold your boat for you. You can't stand up in the canoe or you're gonna tip the boat over. His voice was so smooth too, like a smooth, you know, like a smooth, I don't know, it's like the smoothest Jamaican voice like I've ever heard. So I was like, damn, like these, man, they're so fine. Like I thought they were like actors, like they looked like guys from like Tyler Perry movies, or they look like guys from male reviews, you know, the ones that you see on TV, not the ones that actually show up to your city. You know, like they just fine as hell. Like I really thought they were exotic dancers. So he held her on a boat to us. Oh, you know what? The guy, he looked like Common, the guy who was talking to me. I was like, with your fine ass, with your fine ass, damn. So he held onto our boat and he was able to steady it while we switched positions. So I got in the back and she got in the front. And then he gave us instructions on how to like get out. And he was like, oh, you know, you can just you can connect your canoe to ours and we can just ride down the river together. And I was like, he's so sweet. And I was like, yeah, you could connect me to your canoe. Fine ass. So I was like, she was like, no. Freaking cock blocker. I was like, all right, whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go to the front. We gotta return our canoes anyway. So he was like, okay, so I guess I'll see you around. Damn right you see me around. Fine ass. So I was able to maneuver the boat a lot better from the back. And even though we were like going all over the place, we were able to get to our destination. I swear to God, I kissed the dirt ground as soon as we hit it. I have never been so appreciative of dirty ground. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I was so happy to be out of that mess, away from the gators. And I swear I would never get in a boat with that girl. Girl, I love you, but I will never get in a boat with you ever again on life. That's law. So guys, that's the end of my story. When we got back to shore, we told Devontae what happened, and he was like, girl, that's why I didn't want to get in the boat with you. He was like, dang. He's like, look how I'm gonna have to take care of this child, adopt a baby because y'all got in a boat together. He was like, I know better than to get in a boat with Nene. I was like, this boy done set me up. But I'm really grateful for the experience. Definitely never get in a boat with Nene ever again. And that's the end of my story. I'm grateful to be sitting here today. Oh, I just kicked my camera. Yeah, I'm definitely grateful to be sitting here today. You guys, if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in a next video. Besos.